My biggest week of the year is the PBR here at our place. I mean, we was turning people away on Saturday night. The only bad thing happened was I tried to kill my wife. All right, everybody. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the first podcast to This Cowboy Life. It's, it's crazy. We've been talking about this for a long time, and we're doing it. It's here. It's game time. We're having to make it happen.
This is actually the first episode. Y'all probably been seeing a lot of stuff out there because this Dirty Mo Rodeo ain't no joke. They've been throwing stuff out there left and right. They set us up last week, said it was a practice section, and I've been seeing stuff everywhere. But they did a great job on their end, and we're just really excited about, I think, what this podcast is going to do for you guys in the Western community. So let's tell them a little bit about what they can expect from this podcast going into the year. And what we want to do on this is kind of course, bring some insight into the Western world, This Cowboy Life. That's why it's named that. And so we want to tell y'all some behind the scenes stuff, some things you might not realize, some things that you in the Western world already may realize, but go in a little deeper with it. And then also Jerome's got plenty of cool old stories and funny stories, so we'll throw in things like that too. And anyways, we're going to test all the waters with that, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us what you like to hear, and we want to make you guys happy, so you'll keep tuning in.
Well, and what we'll do, we're going to talk about the PBR, and I coach the Carolina Cowboys, and Tiff, she's a big part of that also. So we're going to give you a little insight on that. And then the things we got going on here at the ranch, from bulls running over somebody to putting on our Wild West Wednesdays to our PBR we put on here at the ranch. And there's just always kind of something stirred up. So
we're your old stories,
and we're gonna get some old buddies on here too.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some old rodeo buddies on here. We're gonna tell some stories. It's gonna be good. We're gonna talk about what's happening now and what's coming up. So,
all right. So we hope y'all are gonna like this because y'all are in it with us now.
Yeah, and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I mean, it's everywhere. Anywhere you want to watch your podcast, you can watch this. So it's pretty exciting. And
spread the word. Tell your neighbors about it. They're bored. Give them something to do.
Let's all right. So we're gonna kick it off. We've got a lot coming up. We got to go Colorado this week. The Carolina Cowboys. We got our first game, and I want to talk about that. But I want to talk about, we've had a lot going on here at the ranch.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
going on here at the ranch.
I'm tired.
It started about 3 weeks ago with our camp. So our team come out. They were here for a week. Everybody's here at the house. It's a big week, but I feel like we had a really good camp this year.
Yeah.
Don't you?
When you say everybody's here at the house, you mean literally, because half of them stay at the house. The other half get an Airbnb, but we have 10 to 12, maybe 15 Cowboys asleep in every bed we've got in the house, on the couches, on the floors. We had a couple of guys come in the week before, so we had them for 2 weeks, and it's open house around here. So we literally, when we say they're here, they're here. And then in the mornings, y'all start at 7 o'clock in the mornings with the guys, and the Navy SEALs are here, and then our doctor and our photographer, JD, everybody is here. There's about 25 to 30 of us, I think.
It was a big week, but I really felt like our team this year, just the camaraderie, the brotherhood that I felt like we built over that week, is strong. Like us going into Colorado this week, I feel stout. Like I really do. Now, with that being said, I don't want to jinx this. We're still waiting on Clay. I mean, we're waiting to get him passed, but I really feel good about our team this year. I mean, I really do. Do you feel that way? I mean, I really do. I feel like we're stout.
I do feel really good. We've had a lot of changes. So in case, what we're talking about is the Carolina Cowboys. So since we got some new people coming into this industry, I think we might have to go and explain some stuff, a little bit better. So in case you're new to this, what Jerome's talking about is the Carolina Cowboys team. And so he's the coach of this team. And so these guys that we're talking about is our bull riders and our staff that makes all this happen. And our team, we've had, we had one guy, Dalen Swearinger, for 4 years, and we lost him this year. So we lost some guys, and like Cooper Davis has been riding for 4 years. Well, we hadn't lost him. He's the assistant general manager now, but he's not riding. So you're having a lot on your plate of bringing you guys in, and I think the camp went very well. especially with all the new guys in here. I mean, and because we have the bond, like, our team is so family tight, it's kind of scary. But the other guys, they took them right in, and I felt like I don't know, I feel like they've been part of the family from get-go. So that was important to me. And I think these guys, they feel like, hey, we belong on this team. And I don't know, I think on that end we're good. And the camp, brought a lot to that.
I do. I just feel good going into Colorado. I mean, so that kicked off big week with the camp being here. I mean, we was just hammered for a whole week. And then, but what was crazy was exactly right after that, we rolled into our PBR, which I always said, my biggest week of the year is the PBR here at our place, and dang if we didn't have the camp the week before it. So it just doubled up on us, which was good. Everything was, I mean, we was turning people away on Saturday night. The only bad thing happened was I tried to kill my wife. but other
but
than,
he didn't succeed, so here I am.
But other than when I
wasn't
say
the
that,
first time.
I literally did. I run her over. I did. I got So I got a Can-Am, and so during the opening of our event, I'll ride out into the arena when, they'll introduce our top guys, and then I'll kind of, at the end, they'll have me come out, and then I'll, welcome everybody to the event. Well, everything was all good, and Tiffany, she's kind of heading everybody up, kind of getting all the bull riders lined up and the bullfighters and whatnot, and I seen them bullfighters over to my left, and I said, I need to go holler at them guys and tell them what a good job they did last night. So I forgot Tiffany was over to our right. And the music and the bombs are going off and it's all loud. And I said, I'm going to get over. I'm going to talk to them guys. So I take off in that buggy and that Can-Am, and about that time it stopped. And I thought, dang, I hit a gate. And I looked and I run my wife over.
He did.
I did. And poor old Tim, when I mean I run her over, I run her over. I'm talking about.
I was on the ground, and it had rained right before the event, an hour before it started. So
I'm just glad she's tough.
So I was literally like you run over my leg and just kind of run up on me. So I was down. It got halfway past my knee, and the bullfighters seen what was happening. The bullfighters had to come in and save me to start the show. That right off the get-go, they're having to push you off of me.
Here's what's bad. I'm about half crippled, already. And I can't hardly get the thing in gear. And I'm trying to get it reversed. Tiffany's down, and I'm
under the tire. That one leg.
And it don't help. I'm trying to hurry up.
The bullfighter's trying to push you off of me, and you're laughing, which not making it any better on my end. I had mud
funny.
all over me, like my pants. I was having to walk around all night with mud, and you're just laughing. You don't.
But it was funny.
It wasn't funny.
It was funny.
Could have been life-threatening.
It was funny because you was all right. After I knew you was all right, it was really funny. But
you didn't know I was underneath your tire, and you said, whoops, and you're laughing. You didn't even know if I was going to come out of that unscathed or not. But
so that was my biggest memory of the PBR was running over Tiffany.
That was our funniest memory. We had a lot of good memories. That was a funny memory.
It was good.
Yeah. What's neat, every year I'm thinking, okay, why are we still doing this to ourselves? Because on this PBR event, we've been doing it, this was 27 years. And we do everything ourselves. Like Jerome is out there on the skid steer. He's moving the panels around, making the pins for the bulls. I'm going around hanging up posters at the local restaurants, having to order porta potties. Like when I say we do everything, we do it old school.
We
everything
still
ourselves.
run like old mom
we
and pop.
Do.
We need to learn.
Yeah. Anyway. And every year I think, okay, how much longer are we going to do this? And I'm thinking, I don't know how much longer we can do this. And then after it's over, so many people come up to us and they thank us for putting on the event and how much they enjoy it and how much their family is tradition for them to come. I've got a letter that some people from Tennessee, they come every year from Tennessee, and they sent a letter just thanking us for putting the event on and what a great time they had. And they had some pictures in there of them sitting there and how much they enjoyed it. So when it's said and done, as much as I get frustrated and think, what are we doing to ourselves? When you hear stuff like that, I was like, okay, well, it was worth all the hard work.
It was a good weekend. It was
besides you running over me,
and it raining. Oh golly, it rained. It just kept coming, and the rain didn't quit, and it quit right before the event. But the problem was, I got a lot of redneck buddies that come in here and it gets a little wet and they think they got to tear the ground up, and they do. That bottom gate down there, after it got slick, every one of them had to see if they could just go full board right through the middle of that pasture and see how far, and it just kept getting worse. And I mean, they were stuck. They were everywhere. And then it turned in from the bull riding to a truck bog down there in the bottom. They're just down there hounding it up down there.
They were having a ball because they were seeing who could pull each other out. There was trucks with mud all over them. And so granted, our parking lot is our pasture / front yard. So you can imagine what we're getting into. So if you want to see our front yard right now, if y'all know anybody that's good at landscaping, we need a little help right now because my front yard still has tire tracks all in this thing. I think it'll be there for a year or longer. But I think everybody had a good time with it. They were loving it. So I think everybody knew we needed the rain really bad too. So none of us were complaining about that. But it stopped. It's like the good Lord, He's always blesses us so much at that event, like protection of the event and stuff. But then, like, even that rain, as bad as we needed, and it was a storm, the bottom fell out. But an hour before the show started, it stopped. And it was just like, it was perfect weather after that. Now, we had mud, but I think everybody was enjoying the mud a little bit. And
nobody complained.
Yeah, the good Lord always looks after us.
It was good. It was a good event. And then we actually rolled right out of the PBR and went into Wild West Wednesday, which had to have a turnaround of about 4 days because we had to have it that next Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a lot. We had to go tear the bleachers down. We had to tear down the arena, put it back up, the roping boxes. It was busy.
Yeah.
It was real busy.
It's a lot of work, but you made it happen. So here we are, Wild West Wednesday. Bam, it's on us. And
you know what was crazy is the people that showed up still on Wednesday.
Yeah, and it was hot that day. Yeah, really hot. But you know what I thought stood out, or one of my things, Wild West Wednesday, I can't keep thinking about, was that kid that got hung up. Was that a bad hang up this time or what? That's one of the worst hang ups I'd seen in a while.
And for some of y'all that don't know what a hang up is, so if you're a bull rider and you hang up away from your hand, so if you get thrown off a bull, your hand won't come out of the rope, especially if you ride with American rope. And 90% of the guys today ride with a Brazilian rope. So when you get bucked off away from your hand, it's a little more givable. It'll let you loose a little easier. But now, American rope, you're committed. And that's kind of like I said, there's probably only 10% of guys even ride with one today. But that kid had American rope, and he was not coming loose, and it was I bet he was stuck for 15 seconds or longer.
So when you're saying hang up, he's actually hung in the rope. His arm is hung in there. It's not letting go. His body's on the side of the bull, dragging around. The bull's hooking all over him. Our two bullfighters are running in there, working their butts off.
And them kids kept going back.
Yeah, and it was the way his hand was pried in there. They couldn't do anything to get his hand out. And our bullfighters are getting wiped out. They're getting stepped on all over.
Seth Robertson.
Yeah.
Chase Trivet.
They kept going back to him, and they're getting wiped out on top of the kid getting wiped. Like, I was on the back of the chutes, and I'm thinking,
it was a wreck.
Oh, Lord, we need some help right now. It was bad. It was a bad hang up.
It was, but everything was all right. Yeah. That kid was tough.
He was tough.
Everything was all right. But yeah, that was a lot.
You got your money's worth on your ticket that night if you come to Wild West Wednesday that night.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But now we rolled right out of that, and let's talk about what's going on right now.
Well, the very next day, do you want to enlighten everybody on what happened the very next day? Do you even remember the very next day we had to get up that morning? You started your acting debut.
Oh, gosh.
So Jerome could be, we'll see if you pass the test if you don't get cut. So there was this movie company. They actually rented our arena. They're going to do it's a small movie, and they've rented our arena out. Well, then they said, hey, we would like to, because it's a little bit about bull riding, and we'd like to give Jerome a little small part. So he goes by the name Trey as this character. And they line Jerome up with his parts, which isn't very hard parts. So the first, I gotta tell this on you, Jerome. This is too good. So they send you the script right off the get-go, and they're like, here's practice your line. Well, they do a Zoom call. So when it's time to read the script out loud with the other actors, Jerome has literally not even looked at the script until the Zoom call, and he opens the book up then. And when you're reading the script, I wish I would have videoed you, because you're like all into reading it, and you're like reading the script like this instead of acting your words out. Or you were just...
I'm going to tell you something else. Them actors, they take that stuff serious.
Well,
because that girl she was on the call with me, and she was doing her acting part. I mean, she was literally about to cry in her part.
That was because the scene called for it.
She's dedicated.
Well, and then when it says Trey flinches. That's you. Jerome says flinches. No, that meant for you to flinch. You didn't read flinch. I'm like, did he just do that? So, anyways.
I'm gonna be Tom Cruise for it, so you just hang in there with me.
So you got to actually test out your acting skills. Now he did. I knew he would be, and when he got the hang of it, I knew you could do it. You did end up doing really good on the day Thursday when you was actually doing it. The only thing was you couldn't remember your little short lines because.
Well, I didn't study my script like I'm supposed to, but I meant well. But look, I figured it out. I've got this acting deal down. So the girl that was helping me when I had to do my part. She said, look, here's what you do. She says, if you forget your line, just say line. Right in the middle of it, while you're acting, say line. And I'll read out what you're supposed to say, and then you just stay in character and just say it. I said, well, heck, if that's all I got to do. I had it. I'd just do it. That's what I'd do. So when it come my time, I'd get ready to do it. Like she'd be in acting mode, or he'd be in acting mode, over here about to cry, and I'd say, line.
And I think that was meant for emergencies. Like if you couldn't remember, you used it every time you did a line. You weren't supposed to do it every time. Every time it was your time for your part, they'd be in all acting mode, and then it would be time for your part, and you would go line. Every time.
But that
was only supposed to be for emergencies.
She told me that really famous people have to do this.
Oh,
she did. She did. She said, look, I'm because she's from Hollywood. She knows what she's talking about.
You're full of
and
it.
she told me, she said, there's a lot of fakes, because she eased my mind after it was over that I was good saying line every time.
I think she felt sorry for you. I think she just felt sorry for you. But
all I know is when it was over, all of them told me I did a really good job. So take that for what it's worth.
We'll just see if you actually make the movie or not. That'll tell the tale, and then we'll see.
I thought I did really good. Well, tell the truth. I thought there at the end, I thought I did pretty good, because I even started remembering that line after I'd asked about 4 times. Because they'll do a shot they'll scene 67. Like they'll shoot scene 67 10 times. Yeah. And they'll shoot it all kinds of different ways. So I got kind of professional there at the end. I was changing it up.
Oh, you did. Yeah,
like,
you did. You threw in an extra word or two.
I did.
You even rednecked it up for them a little bit, made it more authentic.
I can't wait to see what they
use. I honestly, there at the end, you were getting the hang of it.
You know, it's a big deal, but you got to get a SAG card or whatever.
Oh, my gosh. Now we've created a monster. What was your line?
It don't matter.
Line.
All you got to say is line.
Nobody's here to read you the script,
if I had that
Mr.
girl
Professional.
to say it, I would just say line. And then she says it, and then I'd tell it.
You literally did that thing probably 20 or 30 times, and you don't remember what it is now.
Well, I do remember. Okay, the last part of it, I had to give that guy my cowboy hat to ride in. Because it's like...
We're asking about a line, not what you gave.
Yeah, well, and I would say... In my line, I would say, I don't remember. I had so many.
Exactly.
I had so many of them.
Okay, we're just going to end it there. We're just ending it right there. I think everybody's got the gist of it.
I'm good if you'll watch it.
We got the gist of it.
All right, whatever.
All right, Coach, you better not be quitting your day job.
All right,
Speaking of coaching.
All right, so we rolled right into, we're going to Colorado this week.
Yeah, Fort
tomorrow.
Collins. To This is the first team event of the year, starting this weekend. It's the very first event. So, which you work on things all year long. You know, at first when they first did the teams, they were like 6 months out of the year, but it's not 6 months out of the year. You're working on stuff all year long. But when the teams actually start, I call it getting our sea legs underneath us, because we'll get, kind of in a routine. And as for you, the coach, I thought was kind of some inside scoop. Even the people that do watch the team events, you might not realize this, but every Tuesday is when the coaches, they get on a big Zoom call and they actually do the bull draw. So explain to them like how they put the bulls in lots of 10, 5 bulls. Explain to them a little bit about that, and then we'll explain to them about how the draw works.
Yeah, so there's 5 games, and there's a group of 10 different bulls, or 10 different groups of bulls of lots. And how that works is we'll draw what group of bulls we get. So we play Nashville Saturday, and we drew the 9th and 10th set of bulls in that group of 10, and we ended up with I think lot 10. So from there, I'll find out what bulls is in that lot that we draw, and then I got to match them with our team. Is how that works. And then I have till midnight on Tuesday night to turn that in. Yeah. And so I did that all day pretty much on
But
Tuesday.
What's kind of neat on how you do the bull draw. So they send you a paper, and there's 10 different lots, lot 1 through 10. And they actually have a little bingo thing set up with the numbers in there, and they roll it, and then they draw out, and that's your number. Lot you get lot 10, I think y'all got lot 10. So y'all got lot 10. So you look down at lot 10, and those 5 bulls, that's your bulls, that your guys, you've got to match your guys against. So that's where you go in coach mode, and you see those 5 bulls, and then Drum starts going and putting just videos after videos, and then we do homework to look and see if these guys have had these bulls in the past, like how many times this bull was ridden, does he go to the right or the left, and then you do homework about all day long on what guys you think will match up with the best bull.
Well, I do. I spend a lot of time with it, and I want to feel like we didn't, we make sure we can match them as good as we can. And I felt like the bulls we had this weekend was really good set of bulls. I was pretty tickled with it, and we matched them up. I'm hoping, like one of the match was Clay Guyton. Clay had a bull short fire he had before, and had rode him. And we're hoping to have Clay back this week. I turned him in. We're hoping to get him passed before the weekend. If we don't, I'll have to pull him out and move it around a little bit. But right now, everything's on go. So
they just want to make sure on Clay that he's 110%, not just 100, that he is 110%. That because he'd had that bad injury earlier in the year, about 5 months ago, where he got hurt really bad. And so they're just wanting to make sure he heals completely. And they do blood work, make sure, all these things are good. So they're just being over precautious, if anything, which is a good thing. So, but you won't know but you might have to change your draw up, and that changes everything up if they don't release him to ride. So you on the coach thing on that, you've got to have a backup plan. I hope you got a good backup plan.
I know Clay's chomping at the bit.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's really wanting to ride.
So, and you can actually, so if you want to watch the team events, because we do have some new people that's coming into this sport with the Dirty Mo, that we've drawn a lot of new fan base in. Let's explain to them the difference in a team event and the other events that was earlier in the year, the UTBs. You want to do a quick explanation of that?
Yeah, so the UTBs is like it's been for years. It's individuals. It's where, if you don't ride, they send you home. I mean, it's pretty much you got to make it work to stay on tour. It's the individual world championship. The way it's been for years. And then 4 years ago, they come up with this concept to have teams, just like professional sports. And your team can have 10 guys on it. 7 guys are protected. And you play 5 guys in a team. You'll usually take 7 or 8 guys to an event, and kind of rotate through your guys as you need them. So, but what's cool, what I really like about the teams, I mean, I'm old school and I do like the old way of doing it, but at the same time, I love these guys being able to have contracts and, being able to have some income that's guaranteed really at the end of the day.
Yeah, so the UTB is going back to that's pretty much man against beast. It's just you against the bull, and you're riding for yourself and for keeps for you, just individually you. So the team events, you're actually on a team where you and your other guys, like you might do really good, but if your other teammates don't do any good, it doesn't do you any good if you lose the game or vice versa, you know. So what I like about the teams is see the camaraderie it's brought these guys, like the brotherhood,
what
camaraderie. Is that how you say? Oh, you're not going to start correcting me on the way I talk. I know.
Wait a minute.
If so, we're going to do a definitely.
Come on, baby.
We're going to start. I know you can't be calling me out on pronunciation. Say that one. Say it.
Pronunciations.
What? This is pot calling kettle black right here.
I am the worst. That's why I called it, because I don't.
I did when I was saying it wasn't coming out right. I was thinking, oh, law.
But all right, so let's stay on track. So as far as the teams, it really has changed the sport, I feel like.
Yeah.
And there is guys that have contracts now, and that's unbelievable.
Jerome keeps talking about the money. I'm talking about the brotherhood and the familiness, and he's talking about the money. He likes to see these guys make a lot more money, and I do too. But I also like to see how these guys, they've come together and brought the guys all together more like, you know, a thick family. They're thick as thieves. I know our guys are. Like, I'm talking about like a band of brothers in that locker room.
They really are. The brotherhood that's built,
Yeah.
I think, in the camaraderie, the standards we set at our camp, it just, all that, it really is cool. And I think it's made our sport as bull riding in a whole better.
Yeah, I do too. I know there's
I feel
a lot
like
of
it really has.
There's a lot of people that love it, a lot of people hate it, vice versa. I know, like on our end, we've had people in our family that was known bull riding forever. They like it because you're not just cheering for one guy, you're cheering for a bunch of guys now. So I don't know, it's everybody's preference. I love it. I think it's great. I like the old way too, but that'll go back and forth on everybody if they love or hate it. But I think it's been great for the sport. I've seen a lot of people that's brought into this sport, a lot of things that's made the sport grow. And I think that's all about. We need this sport to keep growing and keep it out there. And it's brought a lot of attention to it.
It has. And the crowds have been big everywhere we go with the teams. And I think that's Western sports in general.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot to do with Yellowstone and all the stuff out there today. But
speaking of Yellowstone, Mo, he's on the Arizona Ridge Riders. He's one of our really good friends. We got to get Mo on the show. I bet Mo would come on here one day.
Yeah,
I love Mo. That is a good guy. Mo Briggs. He's the Native American with the long braids, and he is the nicest guy you will ever meet too. But he actually is a part of the Arizona Ridge Riders team as well. And I hope he's not mad at us because, we got Keyshawn now. So,
yeah.
We make sure Mo ain't mad at us.
Let's talk about our new guys. I mean,
yeah.
Keyshawn, I'm really excited about.
He came from the Arizona Ridge Riders.
He did. And everybody says, well, how did that happen? But what happened with Keyshawn's contract come available? Yeah. And when it come up, we all knew it gets put out there, so we would jumped on it.
And because we were needing a right-handed guy because we knew Cooper was retiring, so we needed one really good. And Austin Dillon went to wheeling and a dealing, and Cooper got in there, and I think everybody as the whole team got in there and was like, hey, man, we could really use you, and I think he's seen it. One thing about when these guys switch teams, you still are buddies with your other team. Like, we've got guys that was been on our team, and we're still best friends with these guys, and they might be on another team. So it's even though you're switching teams, it's a little tough sometimes, but you still got that, the bond with your people and stuff, because it is still a fun. Like on Sundays, we all the teams gather together in the hallway on Sundays, and we do like we used to call it the hallway prayer. Now it's like a little I call it the mini nugget, of like a little church service on Sundays. And so everybody gets together. So even though we're on our own teams, everybody as a whole is a big happy family too. But so we also got from another team, we got Tiago, who was on the Florida Freedom, and we're very excited, who's Adriano Sagato's brother. So we've brought his brother Tiago in, Baby T, and he's just a sweetheart. Baby T, oh my gosh, he's just like the sweetest guy.
And the kid rides really good too.
Yes, and so
we
nice.
picked up. I feel like we picked up two of the best two guys that was out there that wasn't signed, that didn't have to go through the draft.
y'all were very blessed to get those two guys. So
really good. And then at the draft we did good. I mean, Elijah Jennings, we picked him up. Kid for some of y'all don't know, Elijah's going to have his foot worked on, so he's going to be out a little bit. He's going to be on IR. We got a young kid, that Caleb Lewis, out of Texas. Really excited about bringing him in and keeping it in the family. We got Jake Lockwood, and that's Jess's brother. So we really did. And then I can't forget, we brought back in Trey Kimsey.
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah, and Trey's been on the rodeo tour here lately. He's been beating up and down the road, rodeoing, getting on a lot of bulls. Trey was on our team one time before and really brought a lot to the locker room. And every time he nodded his head, Trey brought it. He was really good to have around, and he's got that kind of experience that we're looking for maybe that some of these younger guys don't have right now. And until we can get everybody healthy, he's going to be nice to have on the team.
Yeah. I'm excited about the new kids at camp. They were fun. Like, and Jake, he's an awesome kid. And he had been around Jess long enough in the locker room where he's already kind of melded right in with everybody.
Yeah.
And Caleb, he's a funny character. We'll have to probably talk some more about him later on. That kid's a funny kid. So you don't have him in the draw yet though, right? I mean, he might get to ride Sunday. As of right now, he's now I'll explain that about how you've put 5 in there and your other guys are on the reserve list.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're not, I don't know if you'd call it the bench, but they're sitting there on standby pretty much.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is we may have a guy get hurt or a guy get stepped on, and we got to put another guy in. We'll pull one of them guys and use them. So them guys are kind of on our standby list waiting to be used pretty much.
And on Sunday, well, just like if Clay doesn't get released, you'll have to redo your whole draw, so you might have to pull one in. But then on Sunday, you can use all different guys if you want to.
Yeah, we might change it up.
Yeah.
And for a coach like myself, and, just use Trey Kimsey for a good example. If he's rode a bull already one time before, a lot of times it's hard to pull him off of that bull when we know that works already, and he's already got that experience with that bull. So, the draw has a lot to do with how we match that up. Yeah. So where will that be? Where can you watch it at?
I was going to say the best thing if you're interested in this, and I think you're like, what are they talking about on these team events? You can actually, they're just going to be live this weekend. It'll be on CW. Now this weekend's only 2 nights. It's usually 3 nights, but this weekend the first event back is Saturday and Sunday. So you can watch it live on CW, and it's 10 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. But guess what? We're first game. So if you tune in at 10, that's late. But if you can make it through that first game, that's our game. We're the first game on Saturday. And then Sunday is live on CW at 4 o'clock. I think we're the 3rd game. So you can stay awake at 4 o'clock if you're up on Sunday. So you make it the 3rd game on Sunday. So just go and watch it. And then we'll have to come back and see how everything works out. The next podcast will give the inside scoop on the inside stuff. Yeah.
Well, y'all be able to tell too. I mean, for me as a coach, I'm on the border right now, just waiting to see if Clay's going to get to play or not. Yeah. That's a big deal to us. It's a big deal to our whole team, our whole organization. I mean,
there's a lot to it, a whole lot to it. Who's healthy, who's feeling good, and then of course the bulls that you get to pick from. So I was asking Riley Gagnon, he's the guy that's the livestock, gets all the livestock together. I was asking, I said, Riley, now how many bulls is it you bring to each event every weekend? And do you know they bring 110 bulls every weekend to one of these games? There'll be 110 bulls there on to be used that weekend. He has to go through and set all them lots and stuff. That'll be a whole nother story.
It was crazy. I was talking to Riley about that, and I said, well, how many bulls do you have to look at to get? He says, well, I'll probably look at around 12 or 1,300 bulls. He said there's about 300 and some that are good enough to be at this level. But then the elite is a whole nother ball game. There's just so many percent of them. I mean, less than 5% probably. But
and the bulls play a big part in it. What's the bull going to do compared to the bull rider? So it's not like your typical basketball or football game where you kind of just got the court and the ball. You don't know what these bulls, like, even though you might set a guy on a bull that's supposed to go out there and this bull's supposed to go to the right, he might have a day where he decides to go to the left, and it messed the whole thing up. So it's kind of one of these deals where
it is. I mean, it's tough. When I'm matching them guys with them bulls, and give y'all a little insight. So most time you'll try to match them into their hand. So if you got a bull that spins left and goes on a left hand spin, a guy that rides left-handed, his odds are better to get in that bull rode than a guy that rides right-handed. So you'll set your roster up according to how your bull draw is and how many lefts and how many rights you got, and kind of matching that up, trying to get the highest percentages at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you say that sounds easy, but at the same time, you're good at watching the guys. Like, are they on bulls that do better with more kick or a drop or a welly? And we can go over those terms in later things. But it's more than just if they go the right or left. There's a whole lot to it on your end. You're kind of downsizing
for sure,
for
but
you.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
you got a lot on you. Don't screw this up.
Hey, that ain't no kid. That's what I always tell Tiffany. So Tiffany will take our bulls and she'll be flanking them, and she said, "You need to tell me anything before I go." And I said, "Yeah, just don't screw it up."
He puts
But
the
the bad
pressure on
thing
me.
is, she's always telling me that.
All right, Jerome. So we're going to, they had this idea, and I think it's a great idea. We're going to do a little segment on Jerome's marketplace deals, because I think people that have, followed us on social media, they realize how you are on this marketplace. You've got a problem. You're addicted to marketplace. So we're going to try to every week maybe do like something like a marketplace deal. But for our very first one, we got to talk about the original Old Marketplace that kind of got everybody laughing about you in Marketplace. That was the truck that I call Old Marketplace. So we got a little update on Old Marketplace. Well, I'm going to let you tell it because we had a little issue with Marketplace.
I need to tell my side of the story. So Marketplace, we put Marketplace on the road for about 30,000 miles, and we ain't had no trouble. But we was coming back from Fort Worth after the PBR World Final. Seth was driving her back, and he was in Little Rock. And he calls me, and he says, "It quit." I said, "What do you mean it quit?" He said, "It just quit." He said it just shut down on the side of the road. Well, next thing I know, Kenny and Christy McElroy are sending me pictures of our truck and trailer on the side of the interstate out there below Little Rock. And I'm thinking, oh, gosh. So long story short, we had to get the bulls somewhere. We had to get the trailer. We ended up sending Eric Clapp out there to go get took the other red truck to get the bulls and the trailer and Seth and get them home, and left the old Marketplace out there to get worked on.
So Marketplace has been abandoned out there in Little Rock, Arkansas since May. So they finally have got her worked on, got her fixed, because since she's 26 years old, they didn't make those parts anymore that she needed. So they had to find a part, I guess, in some dumpster or something to find. So anyways, we've got Marketplace is ready to come back home. So when we're flying out this weekend, we're actually taking Eric Clapp with us, and he's going to fly out and get on Marketplace and see if he can bring her home. So I'll let y'all know if she makes it home or not. That's
he's flying into Little Rock. And
are you still thinking by the time we got this and a plane ticket and get it fixed, or is this still such a good deal, Jerome?
It is. So y'all got to look at it. So we got a brand new pickup. A brand new pickup's like $100,000. It's stupid what they cost. And Marketplace didn't have like 59,000 miles on it, and we bought it for half that.
But now we got plane tickets,
and we're not wearing that new pickup out. It's got a sleeper in it. Oh man, it's a good deal.
Y'all, I get this spiel on whatever Marketplace deal he got. Every time he finds a Marketplace deal, this is the best deal ever. So every week I'm going to give you I'm going to go around and start taking pictures of everything that he's got off Marketplace here at this ranch, and then I'll let him give you his speech on how it's such a good deal.
Oh, it's a bull pulling machine. It's perfect.
All right. So we got another little segment idea here. You know how you're always having to study these bulls to this day, and you just talked about a while ago how many there's thousands of bulls you have to go through. Well, we're going to give you a picture of this bull, and I know you've seen millions of bulls in your lifetime, and we're going to throw a random picture out here and see if you know what this bull is. So we'll see how good. So is
this a bull from today? Was this a bull back in the 90s, the 80s?
You'll have to be the one that tells us, because we're going to show you the picture there. So you're the bull guru. So we're going to know. We're going to see how well you know and remember these bulls. We'll see if we can put a little test on you here. You ready for the picture?
All right, pull it up.
All right.
I'm not the best sometimes. Oh, well, that's easy. That's Babyface.
How is that easy? That bull hadn't been around in years.
I mean, how many red muleys win a world title, though? I mean, that's pretty easy. I know that one. That one's.
How do you know him so well?
Well, I rode him twice. I rode him at Nashville, and then I rode him again. I think it was in Vegas, and he kicked me in the head. Oh, but I still rode him. Yep. When I got off, he kicked me in the back of the head. As a matter of fact, I think he busted my head open that day.
But you won the round on him, didn't you?
Yeah, but he was the one like everybody wanted. He was like, you stump your toe a little bit, he'd get you on the ground. But he was like, when you had old Babyface beside your name, you was happy.
Yeah, he's a blast.
I remember that one.
Terry Williams. Terry Williams, he had a good pen of bulls back in the day, and he was one of the favorites back in the day.
Terry was a really good stalker. Still is today.
Yeah.
Still is today.
That one's a little easy. Next time we might throw a little one harder out there for you. Actually, I didn't know if you'd recognize him from a side view like that, but
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could figure that one.
You remembered that one. How do you remember that stuff so well and you can't remember our anniversary?
Well, you ain't for sure either, so all right, so episode number 1, we're about to put it in the books of This Cowboy Life. I'm pumped, man. I feel like I think it's going good. I mean, I like it. It's something different. It's kind of out my deal, but I'm digging it. What do you think?
You're doing good on here, Jerome. We hadn't even had to yell line at you. When you're off script, you're better. So I'm loving it. And I hope everybody out there that's listening, I hope that you're enjoying it, because if you guys are happy, we're happy. That's what this is all about, to keep everybody have a good time with this and enjoy it. And this is going to be on Thursdays is when this is going to be dropped. So you can go listen to it on Thursdays and give us your feedback. Let us know what you're liking. And y'all just hang in there with us. We'll keep getting better as it goes, we hope.
Yeah, so and you said Thursday, and that'll be on podcast, on YouTube, all your platforms. Dirty Mo Media will have it out there. So This Cowboy Life, it's going to be a wrap. This will be the first one. We appreciate y'all tuning in, watching. We're excited moving forward. Y'all hang in here with us. It's going to be a good ride. Adios.